What up? It's me, California, and I'm here with another video today. And because we are in Pride season here in New Zealand and Australia, I thought it would be fitting to do a little video focused around Pride and y'all coming to our events and our shows. And today's topic, I figured we focus on what to do and what not to do at your local drag shows. Obviously, drag is different everywhere in the world, so these do's and don'ts are going to be very focused to New Zealand drag, but probably going to be applicable to drag everywhere else, because I feel like when you've been through one thing, everyone has been through it with you. Alright, we'll start with a positive. The first thing you should do at a drag show is cheer. It's so blatantly obvious, but like, sometimes we have to drill it out of y'all. I know sometimes people go to shows and they're not really sure how to react, like if they go watch a show at a theatre, it's very like quiet and then you clap at the end, and sometimes that kind of gets carried through to our drag shows as well. So like we'll be like popping our puss all over the floor, and then all we'll get out of that is a golf clap at the end. And that is just uncomfortable for me, it's uncomfortable for you, it's uncomfortable for everyone involved. It's a massive cliche that we always say at our shows, but like basically you guys at the show watching give us the energy to keep going. So it's like if Beyonce was performing, actually no, best analogy. Have you guys seen that clip of Kylie Minogue performing at that, I think it was like a morning show or something, and the audience is just straight, and she's performing like classic gay bangers, and she's serving it, and the crowd's just in the audience just like, that, don't do that. Cheer, make some noise, let us know you're enjoying it, because if we know you're enjoying it, that makes us feel way better, and then we put more energy into what we're doing. So cheer, make noise, give us all the energy, massive fucking do. Something you shouldn't do at local drag shows is touch the performers. Generally just seems like a really obvious rule, but something we have to bring up at every show, because we're working. We're not just like objects or like mannequins, we're like real living people who are doing this as a job. So like, I know we're wearing like fashion, like glam outfits and exaggerated hair and makeup that looks crazy, but like, this still doesn't give permission to like touch. It's like, we're artists. You don't touch the artist's work, you know? I also don't know why you'd want to touch me anyway. Like, I'm proper sweaty after I've performed. Like, it's not like you're gonna touch me and then it's gonna be like glitter 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 gay 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 gay. Like, no, it's gonna be sweaty man. Or you probably get the same result touching who's a famous rugby, Sonny Bill Williams after he's finished a match, as you do touching me after a show. It ain't glam, so don't do it. The second thing you should do at a drag show is, if your country is into this, tip them, because giving your local drag money so they can keep on doing what they do is very important. A lot of us in New Zealand now have started doing shows where we have tickets where you can pay a little bit extra so the money goes to the performers, which I highly encourage you to do, because drag's expensive, and with, you know, cost of living and all that kind of crap, it's getting more expensive. And yeah, so please pay us more, because we want to keep doing it and look like the standard that you'll need. Because I don't want to come out there in some Glassons or some Maru, or heaven forbid, warehouse bargain bin. Also, there's so many like different ways you can pay people now as well. There's PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. So depending where you are, like find what these performers have on offer and ways you can pay them, and yeah, help them out. Help them to keep slaying this pride. Another thing you should not do during a drag show is talk during the performance, or when the host is on stage doing their little spiels, because it's incredibly distracting. I know it fully depends on what venue you're at. Say if it's like a massive warehouse party or something, obviously you talking is not going to make a difference. Like, we won't be able to hear you from the back of the room, whatever, that's fine. But if it's like a small intimate setting, like a local bar or a cabaret, you having a conversation is incredibly off-putting, because you may not think that we can hear you. We can hear you. If you can hear what I'm doing on the stage, I can hear what you're doing like 3 meters away. So like, keep the conversation to the breaks or something, because like, y'all came to see a show, enjoy it. Another thing you should do, which I think some people don't really do much anymore, especially not in New Zealand at least, is take photos with us. Because like if we're hanging around after the show, a lot of the time we're there to mingle. So like, please come get photos with us. We spend a lot of time getting into drag, and we want you all to remember this. We want you all to have a great keepsake. Also, it's great for us because we hardly have time to take photos of ourselves in drag, and it looks good on our portfolio as well as it looks on your Instagram feed. So get photos with us. Just make sure you ask first, because sometimes, yeah, we may not be ready for photos. We may have to go touch up, or sometimes the performer's just way too shy and doesn't really want a photo. But like, yeah, ask us, come see what we're about, and let's get a quick pic. Another thing you should not do, and this specifically goes to the venues where they're doing like maybe drag brunches, or the stage is a bit bigger, or the stage is more on the dance floor area, is don't get in the way of the performers. Like, you can clearly see we're doing something. We're clearly the center of attention right now. We're clearly putting on a show. Don't walk through our performance. If you need to go to the bathroom, walk around if there's a way to walk around, or just wait till we finish performing. Our performances aren't usually more than like 3 to 4 minutes, so if you can't hold it in for that long, there's honestly been times when I performed at places where they didn't have a stage, it was just like very makeshift, the performance area was in the middle, and then people just kind of walk through as I'm dancing with a drink, and then they look inconvenienced when I accidentally smack them. I'm like, what did you expect? Bitch, you walked through my performance. You're lucky it wasn't an intentional slap, because it should have been. Get the fuck out of the way. Beach. The next thing you should do at your local drag show is watch the damn show. You paid to get in. Why aren't you watching? Put your phone down. Save the like I said before, save the conversations for later, and enjoy the show. We came here with the intention of being entertaining and putting on a performance for y'all, and when y'all aren't even, if you don't look at the stage, or you're busy on your phones texting your friends or taking like pictures and then like, what's the point? It's fine if you take a quick pic and you like take a quick video to remember the night, but like if you're just literally not even looking at us, why do you spend 20 bucks or 30 bucks or however, why do you spend money on something you don't really care about? Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you're coming to the show, you might as well watch it. You don't go to like a movie theater and then spend half an hour on your phone. Like, you're watching the show. It's just there, but we're live and gay. Okay, the last thing I have on my list of what not to do at a drag show is be sexist, racist, homophobic, transphobic, any other phobic. Like, just don't. Because drag is a safe space for everyone involved. The performers, the audience, the staff working. That's what it's about. So like, there's been times when we've had a drag king go on stage, and then a couple of absolute twats in the audience just stopped paying attention because they were only there to support the drag queens. It's like, no, if you've come to support the show, you've come to support everyone involved. So like, you give every single performer on that stage the same amount of energy, otherwise just stop. It ain't hot, it ain't the tea, and y'all should leave. Go find something else to do. I'm sure the straight bars will have you just as well. The last thing I have on my list of things you should do at a drag show is you should come back and watch more local drag, because it's all well and well when there's like Rue girls traveling around, and it's Slay, they come like once every month now it seems, which is great. It's great that we get to see great TV personalities live, but like, there's so much local drag. If you enjoyed a local drag show, come back and see more, because we're doing it every weekend and it's so cool and it's so fun, and we don't get the same privileges that the TV girls do. So come along, see our shows, tell all your friends, and then that way we can become just as big as them, even if we don't get a chance to go on TV. So like, spread the word, slay the word, and get your ass to a local drag show, beach. Alright, there you have it. Those are my do's and don'ts for local drag shows. Yeah, I know I said like this is because it's Pride season, but this are really applicable for any time of year, whether it's you're going for a hen's do when you're booking a drag performer, or it's Christmas, Halloween, Easter, whatever, you name it. These rules apply, I feel like, for every season of the year. So anyways, happy Pride, everyone. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment below if there's any do's or don'ts that you think fit for local drag, and maybe in your country that I didn't cover off, because I know everyone else has their own sets of rules, and like I said before, each country is different when it comes to drag, so I can only talk about what we experience here in New Zealand. But absolutely slay. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time. Happy Pride, mother...